Hello there, my name is Alaydriem, and welcome back to InfraSpace, the city builder game in outer space. Now, it's been a hot minute since I've played this game, so might need to take a second to refamiliarize myself with everything here. Ah yes, it's all come back to me now. I remember everything. So in our last episode, we had another small city section built here, so bringing our total number of cities to 4, and we also built up this second industrial district, which will build up our yellow science forest, which helped us unlock quite a few things along our tech tree. Looking over here at our tech tree, we have most of this fully filled out. The only things remaining are the things that require yellow science and red science. So I think our goal for today is to knock out at least these yellow science items that we have right here, and additionally start to build out the things that they will unlock for us. Chiefly holo displays, high-tech workshops, and AI control units, and also, if we can, get red science unlocked. We have quite a bit of people working down near our yellow science lab, so once we have these scheduled, it shouldn't take that long. Now, one of the things that I want to tackle right away is this industrial robot factory, and these industrial robot factories have an incredibly neat perk that they will supplement your workers. So instead of having workers build everything for you, we can have robots do it for us, which will be fantastic if we ever add anything to our city and it causes a cataclysm that downgrades everything. So I think we're going to start off by building this industrial robots, but looking over here, we also have things for schools, building holo displays, and building VR education systems. So we're going to go ahead and get started with these high-tech robots that will supplement our population. I am just going to plop down a bunch of them right here because the resources seem to imply that they'll kind of fit in this area right here. I don't know how many I will need, and I don't know if this is a resource we have to keep supplementing to all of our locations or if it's just a one and done deal. There are a couple of things in this game where you only need to supply it once and it's good. So let's just pop down a road right here, and then we just need to loop this back around somehow back to our main road and hope that we don't cause a massive traffic jam in the process. And as predicted, just adding one thing, one new set of buildings has caused our entire city population to shut down. We finally have things starting to upgrade again. It does seem that those industrial robots have helped just a little bit because we weren't sent all the way back to the Dark Ages. Looks like our population only dropped down to, what was it, about maybe 6,000 here. That is a much better drop, but coming over here, we can see if maybe we can identify what exactly the problem is and why things are slowing down. Looks like we are missing a few supplies. Traffic seems to be moving pretty smoothly across this entire system here, so I'm not entirely sure what caused that crash that we were seeing. Let's see if maybe we can take a look here. We have lots and lots and lots of these industrial robots being sent out to all the various factories, and oh, I see over here on the right there's some traffic there. Yep, here's what the problem is. It looks like we tried to send the industrial robots to our industrial area and they clogged all of the jobs up, and now no one can get through. Look at this. Traffic jams going all the way up to here. Cars can't figure out how to get back on the roads. We'll need to fix this. So a couple hours later, everything seems to be normal now. We're going to try to take a crack at these school systems. And when I built this, I knew that they were going to be about this size. And so I left these nice little channels here that we could pop schools into and hopefully get full coverage. But it doesn't quite fit, which is a real shame because it really should cover that entire area. That's an oversight on my part, but probably the bigger issue is I can't get a road in here, and if these things require a road in order to transport people back and forth, I don't know what a school would provide. A school wouldn't provide any resource. You'd have to go to that during the day, wouldn't you, huh? So we're gonna see if maybe there's a way that we can get this scrunched in here so that we can take advantage of it without hopefully destroying any of our buildings. And with no surprise, I was not able to get those to fit in. However, we can just throw them here on the sides here. So what I'm going to do is connect up some schools to these outer ring roads that we have, and you're going to connect this up over on this side as well. It looks like we just need a road to transport these children or whatever these schools provide to us. And looks like we got some things that are around here real quick. One of the things that has helped me a lot with this game, especially with your city downgrading, is to make sure that you always have survival food next to your cities, at least the local pods that you are setting up. I found that if you have those set up there, it prevents this super massive downgrade, because at least you only get knocked down to level 2 instead of level 1. But in the meantime, we are going to redirect all of these schools so that the schools are only serving one side of these pods. That way any traffic we have is going to be isolated to one side of our city center, and hopefully we shouldn't have any problem. I've gone ahead and built these schools on every single segment now, so we should be good to go now with these new schools, and we should start to see things indicate that they have schools being provided to them. And as we can see there, that is done. And after some more time, we have now applied our schools to every single area. And as we can see here, all of our buildings now say that schools are being 100% supplied to them. So it looks like these are just area of effect buildings and they aren't actually transporting anyone. So really, I guess as long as you have a road attached to them in some way, shape, or form, this will deliver everything that you need to your cities. I imagine at some point in a future update, these will actually require people to be transported to them or transported back, or they will deliver like textbooks or something to the rest of your population. But for now, they don't. And that's a really good thing, because I think if I dealt with any more traffic in our cities, I would start to lose my mind. But now the next thing that I want to focus on is building up the next section, which will allow us to upgrade our cities to the next level. And that is building both VR enrichment facilities and these high-tech tools. The VR enrichment facilities will basically provide virtual reality things to our citizens. I'm not really sure why we need physical schools and VRs, but that's what our citizens want, and so that's what we will build for them. And the other thing that we need to build is this high-tech tools, which basically will increase the efficiency of our factories, which has the added benefit of preventing massive economic collapse every time we add a building. So looks like things over here are starting to calm down a little bit. We still have quite a bit of traffic over here, but things are moving, so it really doesn't matter how busy it is as long as things are being delivered. And as we can see here, just taking a look at a few of our districts, we do have our industrial robots being shipped out to nearly every district now. So hopefully in the event of another economic crash, things will continue to operate, at least until we can recover from them. So taking a look around the map, I think we're going to start building our new infrastructure up here in this top left-hand corner of the map. I think this is a great spot to plop down, that we're close enough to everything, but far enough away that traffic shouldn't be an issue. And after building that up, I now have a huge amount of iridium factories producing all sorts of things. The big things that you seem to name in this game is the nanotubes, the electronics, and the computer circuits, the blue chip things. So much of this map is consumed just by factories for these buildings, and just a few of these other buildings really seem to supply everything else. It's quite ridiculous, all the support infrastructure you need just to build a few of the more simpler buildings that actually do stuff for your citizens. But now that we have that, we can go ahead and build up the infrastructure that we need for our VR holo displays. And despite what I thought, everything still wants more nanotubes. It just doesn't seem like we're quite producing enough, and everything is angry with us. So we are going to build up another set of nanotube factories, probably over here in this corner, and we're just gonna make as many of them as we can possibly fit in this area. I'm hoping that carbon won't become an issue. I have some dedicated carbon factories elsewhere down here in this section, but if it does become a problem with traffic, we can simply add some up here to this top corner. But I'm just going to go absolutely crazy, because these things take a huge amount of time to actually manufacture, and everything seems to need them now at this stage of the game. And after all of that hard work, we still have things lacking, but we are producing the VR holo panel type things. They are being produced, but as you can see here, the amount of traffic we have is starting to cause some serious frame rate issues with the map. And I've started to notice that Now, when I'm focused in on one area, things aren't happening on the other side of the map, and it's starting to cause a few problems. So over here, you can see things are moving just fine, but things stopped being transported here because I stopped looking at it. It's like the traffic from all over the map just ceased. So everything downgraded because things weren't being delivered because the cars physically weren't moving on the roads. And now that I'm looking at it, things are starting to upgrade again. So I think we might have pushed the limits of this game possibly beyond what they can currently handle. It looks like there might still be some optimizations that need to be done in this game to make it run a little bit more efficiently. And I'm not sure if it's going to be apparent on the final video that gets rendered here, but this game has started to become incredibly laggy as our city has grown to the size that it has. We are just at the cusp of 10,000 citizens and 10,000 homes in our city, and things are moving slowly frame rate wise. It's really hard to tell probably from just the video, but you can see here the turning and the looking around just isn't super smooth anymore. And with that in mind, this game is starting to become more unplayable. Yeah, you can really see it right here. Just the frame rate is so bad. So there are two more things I'd like to do in this game before maybe we take a pause for a while we wait for the devs to catch up with getting the performance better under control. And the first one is having infinite power. We have uranium mines that we can now build and uranium reactors that can generate nuclear power for us. Green, beautiful nuclear power that while we're on an alien planet, we probably don't need to worry about proper safe disposal. We have rocket ships. We could probably just shoot this stuff into space or bury it under rocks where no one's ever going to live, because our goal is to get off this planet to complete our journey to whatever planet system we were originally heading to. So we're going to go ahead and start this nuclear reactor. It's not self-starting, so we're going to have to give it a windmill, I guess, in order to get it going, or a solar panel. And there we go. Now our mines are going, and we should start to see nuclear power be produced soon. And that will allow us to drastically cut down on our methane usage, and probably also more importantly, let us use that methane for something else. Now, the second thing I want to do is actually make a launch facility. You remember when we started this game, we said we needed to repair our spaceship? I completely forgot that our spaceship was there and that we needed to send it resources. So we are going to pop in one of our spaceports right here, and this spaceport space delivery will take resources that we send to them and transfer them up into space to help repair our starship. And we'll go ahead and put another one right over here. And oh wow, he just could not wait to leave the planet, could he? He was ready to go. Wow, looks like he's leaving as well. Like I said earlier, that's probably going to be it for this series for now. Like I said, the frame rate has just gotten out of control, and this game is almost unplayable now at the amount of resources that we have. I was really looking forward to repairing our spaceship and actually sending stuff up now that I remembered it, but I think we're going to take a pause for now, let the devs catch up with any optimizations that they have for this game that can improve things like the frame rate and everything else. So thank you so much for watching this series. If you like this series, please make sure you leave a like, consider subscribing, and if you have any ideas that might be able to fix the city, or if there's another game that you'd like to see me play, go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments, as I always love hearing from you. But that's going to be it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next series. Goodbye.